So as we get closer and closer to that December 5th day that the Cowboys and Odell Beckham Jr. are set to have a formal visit, we're really starting to see the dialogue pick back up again on should the Cowboys add Odell Beckham? Is he coming to Dallas? Like, what exactly is going to happen? So today, what I wanted to do was have a discussion on does it make sense for the Cowboys to add OBJ? Is there a plan in place that makes sense? Go through all that, right? Because, look, this team has the ability to get better. I don't think that is out of the realm of possibility. I think anybody that's telling you that the team is, okay, we're good, bullshit. You know, the team can get better. Anybody that knows any lick of football knows that you're not going to have a perfect team, right? Like you look at a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, for example, hey, our run defense isn't looking good, so let's go get some run defenders, right? Okay, the Cowboys, our run defense up the middle is not doing so well. All right, let's go get a Jonathan Hankins. There are teams that make moves so that they can get themselves right for the postseason. Now, does an Odell Beckham Jr. addition do that to Dallas? Well, here's the thing. Right now, Odell is in a situation to where he's continuously leaking that, hey, I'm not going to be able to return until this day, which I did say initially, if those that followed me beforehand, I did say do not expect Odell to be ready to sign until sometime after Thanksgiving or in December because he's still rehabbing, and odds are he's not going to get in full shape like 100% until late December, which is fine, and I'm going to get into that in just a moment. Because the fact is, the Cowboys could use another receiver. I mean, yes, you have Gallup getting back into form. You have Lamb really starting to emerge as wide receiver one, just looking straight up dominant. But then after that, you really have like a clusterfuck of wide receivers that you're just going around. Like Noah Brown, you got Simi Fehoko, now you got James Washington. What's going to happen with him? Like, you have a bunch of guys there, and you're like, well, like, what can we make of this? And so if I'm being real with you guys, I think the Cowboys should add Odell into the mix because it's very, very low risk, extremely high reward. Here's why. The fact is in Odell Beckham, that's 50 to 70% of his full health is better than whatever wide receiver 3 that you have employed right now, which in this case we'll say Noah Brown. So you kind of have to have the argument of really twofold. Okay, is Noah Brown better than James Washington, and is he better than Noah Brown? And to kind of put things into perspective, by the time the postseason rolls around, is an 80% Odell Beckham Jr. better than those two guys? Yes, I do believe that, 110%. I'm not going to sit here and just lie to you guys and be like, oh, I'm just saying that just to, no. So the other thing too is that there's the argument of, okay, does an Odell Beckham Jr. addition ruin the flow of the offense? I don't think it does. I just think that it makes it way more deadlier. Because if you look at what the Cowboys have, yes, they have the nice young tight end group that's doing its thing, which I think is really the identity of this Cowboys team. You have Lamb doing his thing, Gallup's making the catches. But what's the one thing we're missing? We're missing that home run threat in the pass game. Now, you can argue that Tony Pollard could do that, especially after that Minnesota Vikings game. But here's the thing, I think you have guys that can do stuff like that, like Turpin, for example. We haven't seen him do anything like that. I'm not sure if the Cowboys are even saving that type of shit, but I really think that an Odell Beckham makes your receiving core a little bit more stable, and even if the guy isn't doing anything productive, this is exactly the gateway to doing it. In December, you're going to be facing a lot of physical teams, and I think that the Cowboys need to be able to continue to run the ball effectively and just dominate time of possession. And, we have the formula. It's there. But I think what can make this Cowboys team a little bit more formidable and add an extra wrinkle in the event things go sideways, because here's the thing, guys. I'm going to just keep it a buck. The run game's not going to work every single time. There's going to be moments where you're going to have to pass the ball, and I think that having Odell Beckham will improve that. Now, I understand that people are talking about the whole airport situation, and I would say this. Based off of what's going on, there isn't enough evidence to suggest that he was on anything illegal. And I know that there are some people trying to be like, oh, he was intoxicated. Well, we don't know that. And if you actually have been on a flight, there are some people that take medication, and like it could be Xanax or something that's prescribed. I don't know. Like there are some people that they need to take something when they go on a flight because they need to decompress or whatever the case may be, right? I know plenty of people that do that. Now, I don't know why he got thrown off the plane. Well, I know why he got thrown off the plane, but I think based off of the report from his attorney, because I'm a big innocent until proven guilty type of guy, unless evidence, you have a bunch of evidence that suggests that you are guilty, of course. That's the point of it. There isn't enough evidence to suggest that he did anything erroneous other than he was in and out of consciousness, which is okay. And I'm kind of shocked that, oh, let's throw him off the plane rather than if he was having a serious medical, like what the hell. But side note aside, I really do think that the Cowboys should still sign him. I understand that there are plenty of people out there that have the opinion of we're good, but complacency doesn't win you anything, folks. Why do you think the Eagles are 10-1 now? They didn't get complacent with their roster, especially with where they're at now, and I think that that's something that we need to speak on because this is something that the Cowboys have not done. Is you have an 8-3 team, sure, but like you're kind of banking on everything going right and your team not fucking them. Now, that doesn't mean that Dallas can't do anything. I'm actually going to have a video talking about the NFC contenders and pretenders in the postseason, and I'm going to explain who I think is emerging and who I think is falling off and why. But look, I'm going to just keep it a buck. Cowboys need to sign Odell Beckham Jr. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's coming down to this. If the dude's healthy and there's no complications there, sign him. And I don't like the fact that we have this whole thing in the fan base where basically half of us are like, oh, well, we need to go get dogs and whoever the hell to help this team win. And then, not even half, I'm sorry. It's more so you have people that are just two-faced with it. Oh, I want to do anything possible to win a Super Bowl. I'll sign Antonio Brown. I don't know. But then you'll have the same people be like, oh, actually, we can't sign that guy because, at the end of the day, we want to have the right kind of guys. And dude, you can't have it both ways. This is exactly why you go back and look in history when the Cowboys added Terrell Owens. And, a lot of people loved the signing. And, some people bitched at the signing like Bill Parcells, but I'm going to just be real with you. A weapon like that assisted you. And I'm not trying to say that this is the same thing, but there is a sense of confidence that you get when the players are like, I want you to get this player to the team because I think he can help us. And then what ends up happening is if you get that player, that's really a morale boost. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's kind of what I think happened with the Rams last year, was you got a guy like Vaughn who helped that defense. You had Odell Beckham that helped the offense. I can understand you had Cooper Kupp doing his thing, but the point is you have that morale boost to your guys to be like, guys, we got that guy you wanted. Let's go make a run. And I think the Cowboys need to make that move. They've never made that move, ever. No, the Amari Cooper trade does not count because the Amari Cooper trade was like, we are fucked and we need assistance. And look, it's just a matter of, I think it's a matter of time. If they don't sign him, am I going to get pissed? Not particularly because, look, I think I will admit, right, the Cowboys have a nice squad here. My thing is that they can do better, and they should do better. So I don't know what you guys think. I mean, do you think Odell Beckham Jr. should become a Cowboy? If you do, leave that down in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also if you wish to become a channel member, by all means click the join button and you can enjoy the special little perks and more importantly support the channel on a monthly basis. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.